Hey guys, Kitty here and welcome back to our channel. So today's video is going to be the first video of a 4-part series on Rarotonga Cook Island. If your family has Rarotonga on the bucket list, or you're just curious to know what is there to do on a Pacific island, then keep on watching. In this video series, we're going to cover all of the essential information that you will need to know. This includes where to stay, where to eat, top things to do, and also all the practical information in today's video. Now on top of all of this, we also have a free downloadable travel guide that you can save into your phone. Basically, this travel guide compresses everything that we talk about here into bullet points and photos. It is digital, it is compact, and it is specifically designed for busy parents that don't have a lot of time to read travel guides and don't want to carry a book in their luggage. We're super excited about launching our very first product, so we're going to give it to you all for free. You can find the download link in the description box below. However, we do really appreciate some feedback. Alright, without any further ado, let's go to the video. Okay, first thing first, you're probably wondering, Rarotonga is in the middle of Pacific Ocean. How do I get there? So there are 3 major airlines that fly to Rarotonga. There's Air New Zealand, flying direct from Los Angeles, New Zealand and Australia. Then there's Virgin Australia from New Zealand, Australia, and Jetstar. So we will highly recommend either Air New Zealand or Virgin Australia. Then you're probably asking, okay, when is the best time to go? So for most of the Pacific Islands, between May to October is their dry season, meaning that it's a peak time for tourism and there's not going to be a lot of rain, and there's a very high chance that you might spot some whale as well. Next, let's talk about money. So in the Cook Islands, you can either use New Zealand dollar or Cook Islands dollar. So both currencies are widely accepted everywhere. If you prefer one currency over another, you can always request them to give you back the change in one particular currency. The daily budget that we recommend for families is about $100 to $150 per person per day. There are ATMs on the island, however, we would really recommend you to withdraw some cash just for the convenience, especially for markets. Now let's move on to airport transfers. Rarotonga doesn't really have a taxi rank lining up outside the airport, so the easiest way is to book your airport transfers with your resort. If your resort or accommodation don't have that service, then there's a company called Raro Tours that you can book with. Adult tickets are about $25 one way. If you haven't heard, when you're traveling to a Pacific island, you're supposed to switch off to island time. But some people just aren't able to do that. So if you're desperate for internet, the good news is there are internet access on the island. However, it is quite expensive. The only internet provider on the island is Blue Sky, and Blue Sky offers a visitor SIM for $49 that gives you 3 gigabytes of data, 30 minutes of call, and 300 texts. When I travel to Pacific Islands, usually the first thing I ask is, where is the best area on the island? And I'll plan my trip according to that. Rarotonga is a very small island, so apart from the town center of Aroa, which is not too far from the airport, the other really good spot to base yourself in would be Muri. So if you came to Rarotonga for the pristine, crystal clear waters, then Muri is the place to be. Getting around the island is not as hard as you think. There's only one main road and it's about 32 kilometers in circumference, meaning that you can probably drive around the entire island in 45 minutes. Our family's top recommendation would be to hire a local driver. However, I actually don't know any official websites or apps that offer this service. We were very lucky. We were on the island and we met this local while we were stuck for transportation. She offered her service to us and she worked out a very flexible schedule and we negotiated a rate. And the negotiated price is pretty much the same as bus tickets for the entire family, and it's a lot cheaper than hiring a car. Not only that, you get to have a chat with a local, have a laugh, and also get to learn so much more that only locals can teach you. So if your family is thinking of going to Rarotonga and this is your preferred way of traveling, then please feel free to get in touch with us. We still have Mitty's contact number and she would be more than happy to take care of your family. If you do plan to get around the island on a scooter, then bring your motorbike or scooter license from your own country. You do need a license. If you don't have one, you can apply one on the island. However, I do think it's a bit of a hassle. You need to get a temporary license from the rental company, then take that to the town center police station, do a second test, and get a full license that way. There's also Circle Island buses that you can flag down anywhere along its route. There's 2 routes, anti-clockwise and clockwise around the island. Pretty simple. And the prices are about $5 for one way and $16 for a hop-on, hop-off pass. However, if you're traveling with a family, a half-an-hour wait is not exactly fun, and that is to say they do arrive on time. There's less buses on Sundays, so if you're traveling to a lot of places every day, then you might as well just consider one of the other options. Alright, so that's pretty much all the practical information you need. In the next 3 videos, we're going to cover top things to do, where to stay, and where to eat. So make sure you hit that subscribe button, and don't forget to grab your free copy of the travel guide, link down below. Alright guys, we'll see you next week. Bye!